This machine arrived last December, it's now June. It didn't get used until a couple of months ago because, again, with this project, it had to be mechanically cleaned using sort of air chisels and air pens and everything else, which took a devil of a time. Never having used a machine like this before, I've used air abrasives all the time, but it took a little bit of getting used to, in the sense that filling up the chamber, naturally you switch the thing off, depressurize it and everything else, and it's still on that pressure that you set when you switch the thing on. And of course, if I didn't secure this properly, the powder would blow up through the thing. So what I learned very, very quickly, that actually to do that, I would, before I switched it off, I'd depressurize it on the air pressure dial, and then when I filled it back up again, I would then switch it on with no pressure, then gradually ease it up. And if there was a slight air leak, I knew then I had to sort of sort it out. But other than that, I've never experienced a machine that I've never had to fill up every sort of half an hour. So it was brilliant. It really was brilliant. And I changed it over to the smaller hose. And initially I started using you sent me two nozzles. There was one very, very fine one and one quite coarse. And I don't know how many sort of millimeters they were. And I started using the small one, but this thing would take ages. And the air abrasive medium I was using was aluminium oxide. I have used bicarb, but aluminium oxide is the one that I really used on this bone, because it was covered in a very thin film of pyrite, which was quite hard. And I would grind that down with a diamond grinder and then just finish it off with the air abrasive, which was brilliant. But anyhow, I put the bigger nozzle in and transformed it. I've never used an air abrasive that was so quick to clean down this bone. Although it's massive, I was just surprised at how quickly in a day I could achieve such a large surface area. And it was really good. Control wise, it was fantastic. There's no problem at all. It came over with, as you're probably well aware, with your foot switch in here. I did have to remove that because I needed to put this up on the table and use my hand to operate it, which worked out brilliantly. It really did. No problems, no issues at all with any reliability or anything else. It's a machine that as I say, I've never used. Chris Moore's got one, a very, very old one, and he swore by it because he could put in powder that would clog up an old air abrasive machine I had, but it would go through here no problem at all. So it's transformed the project. It's actually, we had a target to meet, to finish this by June, which I've achieved with this machine, in point of fact. It's the Rolls Royce of air abrasive, that's all I can say. And the nice thing is you're still in business, we can get spare parts. As I say, this is a blessing in disguise for us at the museum here. And so I was quite happy to get some t-shirts done, and if you need me to sort of sing its praises, I'll gladly do that anywhere, because as I say, this is no sort of lie. It's transformed the way I air abrade fossils down. As I say, this is the quickest machine I've ever used, and all I can say is really a big thank you to what you've given here to actually achieve what was a very difficult job.